Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be helping out a friend of mine and we're going to be servicing a Hyundai Getz 1.1 GSI. First and foremost though, before we get into the video, I'd like to apologise for any background noise that you're going to hear today. One of my neighbours is having some construction work doing. I'll do what I can in post-production, but I can't promise anything, so just bear with us on that one. But anyway, other than that, let's get on with it. Okay, so the equipment that we're going to need for this today, we're going to need some oil, which at this moment is 5 watt 30, which is just what she's decided to go for. Need some spark plugs, a crush washer, an oil filter, an air filter, some tools, an oil catch can, something to lie on, and some axle stands to support the weight of the vehicle once it's up on the jacks. Okay, so the plan of attack today then is we'll let the engine cool just a little bit because it's currently at full operating temperature. Then we'll do the air filter, we'll do the spark plugs, then we'll change the oil. Okay, so we're going to change the air filter now. That's held on with 4 clips, one in each corner. This bottom one is a little bit awkward to get to, you just have to reach around and flick that off. And then lift the air filter housing away. And that reveals the old air filter. So there's the old one. Let's compare that side by side to the new one. So as you can see, we're looking at exactly the same size part. They do fit together quite nicely. But just looking at the condition there, you can see there's plenty of folds in that, so that will filter the air quite nicely, and that's quite clean. This one has done its job. Your service is no longer required. That's for the bin. So we'll then go ahead and refit the filter. There we go, one filter refitted. Okay, so as we can see here, we've got 2 spark plugs, one old, one new. The old one doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's certainly seen better days, but the new one is kind of perfect really. The gaps very much the same. Let's just carry on reinstalling them. Okay, just a quick evaluation of the spark plugs then. Cylinder 1, it's nice and dry, but they're all burning relatively clean. Cylinder 4, same condition as cylinder 1. Cylinder 2, it's a little bit grubby, but it's doable. And cylinder 3, this is the one that it's got the most oil in the threads, but the actual contact itself seems pretty clean. So yeah, all in all, they've done their job, nothing to worry about. Okay, so now we're underneath the car. We've got the actual bottom of the sump itself. This is where all the engine oil is contained. That is a 19mm sump plug. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the old ratchet and crack that off. And we're going to drain all the oil into a little oil pan. Now when you do this, be careful because it is going to fire out at first. So yeah, be careful so you don't get everything all over your driveway. Okay, so we've cracked the nut off. I'm now just going to back this out by hand until it starts to dribble. Being very careful when the nut comes out not to drop it into your catch pan. There we go. That's come out, that's firing the oil straight into the pan, and we'll just leave that to drain. Okay, so we can see it now just dripping. That's pretty much done now. So what we're going to do, I've cleaned up the nut, we've replaced the washer. We're going to give this a good squirt, a bit of brake cleaner, and just wipe off the excess, and then reinsert the threaded bolt. Okay, I'm just going to do this up for now. I will torque this up off camera. Okay, now that that's done up, we'll give it one final clean. And the idea of this is that when we actually come to refill the oil, everything's clean around it now, so anything that appears around it is a leak. Shouldn't leak, but that's just a way of giving us a good indication. Okay, so now that we've drained the oil, now it's time to change the oil filter. Access to this isn't brilliant, but that should only be hand tight, so let's give that a go. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a filter removal tool on the end of the filter itself on my half-inch ratchet. Now I cannot get the camera anywhere where you'll be able to watch this, so it literally is just a case of set it to undo the filter. It will dribble some oil a little bit, so have your catch can underneath, but I'm going to have to do this off camera unfortunately, so I will see you in just a moment when I've got the new filter on. Okay, so that's the filter now off, that's draining into the catch can. Let's go back top side and I'll show you how to prepare the new filter for filtering. Okay, so in order to prepare the new filter for installation, we want to get some fresh oil. Just dab your finger into the fresh oil and just go around the seal just to lubricate that seal. Now that does a couple of things. First and foremost, it aids installation, and secondly, that helps the seal to actually mate with the engine surface itself, so it performs a better job. Okay, so when you're installing the filter housing, do it so that it's hand tight plus a quarter turn with the ratchet tool. Okay, so this engine's done a massive 30,000 miles since its last service, and you can tell, look at the evidence there. I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep an eye on this one and probably service it again in another 3 to 4 months, put some engine flush through it and see how clean we can get that. Okay, so before we put everything back, we're just going to have a quick look at the condition of the oil cap. We're looking for signs of contamination, things like it looks like mayonnaise all over the cap. This one looks pretty good, so we'll just give that a quick clean, and then we'll go ahead, fill the oil and refit that cap. So this car requires 3 litres of oil. I have a 5 litre container, so we're going to go for 3/5. As always with everything oil change, we're going to fill it to about 3/4, check the dipstick level, and then top up as necessary. Okay, so as you can see there, we're at about halfway, so I think another 3/4 of a litre, and I think that'll do us. So let's get pouring. Okay, so that's us about 3 litres into the engine, so that's just at the 2 mark there. Let's check the dipstick. If it's all good, we'll start it up and we'll go. There we go, looking good. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the key so that all the dash lights come on, and then we're going to start the engine, make sure the oil pressure light goes out. There we go, so the engine started, the oil light has gone out, and it's purring like a kitten. So I think we can call that service done. Okay, so the engine's been running for a little while just to get the oil into the filter. So the filter's now full, and we've got a good level of oil in the engine. Okay then, so now that we've done the service, what we did, we changed the air filter for a new one. We had a look at the old one, that was quite nasty, that had definitely served its purpose. We have changed all 4 spark plugs. Again, they definitely serve the purpose. I do intend on a future video of replacing the HT leads on these ones, because I think these ones have passed the prime a little bit. And we've done an oil change. So I did just give the rocker cover a wipe over. I mean, it's could definitely do with an engine detail on this one. So I think that might also be in a future video. But yeah, let's watch it run. There we go, all serviced, good for another 6 months at this point, and it's running like an absolute top. So yeah, another few months of motoring. Well, I hope you found that useful. It's not my usual things, a Hyundai Getz, but hey, it's one of those things it needs doing. I can do it, I can help out a friend, let's get on with it. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you got some use out of it. If you did, remember to like, subscribe and share the video, and drop any comments. In the meantime, I will see you in the next video.